Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery, so much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples, they have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get your good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing fantastic, doing great. Y'all know what it is, man. Positive energy, positive vibes. That's how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so we are back with I guess my 10 of the best pickups so far in 2024. So when I get to the midway point of the year, I do my top 10 for life, and I do 10 best picks of the year so far. Just different things to kind of document the midway point of the year. So 2024, man, I've got my nose on some fantastic fragrances. And we did a video of some of the best fragrances I've smelled in 2024 a few weeks back. But this is what I've added to my collection, all right? So whether it came by gift or purchased it with my own money, somehow, some way, these ended up in my fragrance cabinet, and I am so happy to have these new additions to my collection. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We have 10 that we're going to discuss. A fragrance that's probably the most hyped, if not the hypest conversation, at least, about this fragrance out there in the community. And I'm so glad to have a bottle of this fragrance from the house of Ex Nihilo Paris. We're talking Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman, yes sir, yes sir. Man, just the roller coaster, the roller coaster of Blue Talisman and what it's done to the community, and how it's just spreading around to everybody getting a nose on and giving their opinions. For me personally, this is just stellar. Great everyday wear, high quality here. Big fan of the presentation, big fan of the DNA. It is just done. It's almost a perfect fragrance. It's almost a perfect fragrance. 10 out of 10 for sure in my opinion. You get the orange, you get the pear, you get that fruity, citrusy combo going. You get some orange blossom in here that really adds to that ambroxan push that is also in this fragrance as well. Great performer. Just one of the better fragrances for sure, and I'm really glad. One of the better fragrances that I've smelled in 2024, but definitely glad to add this to the collection from the house of Ex Nihilo Paris. We're talking Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman, great stuff for sure. All right, up next from the house of Mind Games, man. Like I said, I don't want to take credit for the wave, for the wave of conversation and discovery of this fragrance, but I definitely had a hand in it. I'm just gonna toot my own horn there because this here, I let it be known countless times of how great it is once I got my nose on it. From the house of Mind Games, we have French Defense, and I knew a lot of y'all already knew that already. The very best cherry fragrance that I've ever gotten my nose on. This is top 5 of my entire collection, man. This sweet, thick, boozy, honey-like black cherry, some florals in here. It's sexy, it's mysterious, it is seduction in a bottle. I am a massive fan of this, and literally everyone who I've had a chance to, you know, talk to this about, or, you know, they got a sample, you know, I don't know one person that just doesn't think this smells great. Now, I do know people who say, hey, I probably wouldn't wear it because it maybe is a little too sweet for them, or even a little bit too feminine, going in the feminine direction. I get that, but not for me. This is fantastic stuff. Another 10 out of 10 that I added to my collection. Definitely one of the better pickups of 2024 from the House of Mind Games. We have French Defense. French Defense. This stuff is stellar, man. Stellar. All right, up next, gotta salute my guy Jason Vircher for putting myself on to this fragrance, and a lot of you. I bought this blind bought it based off the fact that he was saying that he likes it more than Cedrat Boise, Creed Aventus, and those are fragrances that I love. I love those fragrances, so I had to get my hands on this, and boy, it did not disappoint. From the house of Virtus Paris, we have Bois à Cœur. Bois à Cœur, man. I like to call this if Cedrat Boise had a parfum version. It probably leaned into the direction of this. Beautiful grapefruit citrus, some green touches, a soft leather feel. This thing has layers. It just peels back while you wear it. Great wearing experience. It's not a beast mode fragrance. It's a fragrance that sits close, creates a bubble around you, and just stays put. And as you go on throughout the day and you pass by people, or somebody's in your airspace, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be able to pick up how beautiful this fragrance is. This is a beautiful fragrance. I love Cedrat Boise. I love Creed Aventus, and this definitely is in the conversation of which one is better. Just depends on who you're talking to. So shout out to Virtus for putting out a great fragrance. Shout out to my guy Jason Vircher for putting me on. And this stuff is stellar. Great addition to the collection from the house of Virtus Paris. We're talking Bois à Cœur. Bois à Cœur. Y'all heard me talk a lot about, you know, most of these fragrances. And now you're seeing, you know, they make this list. It should make sense, all right? Up next, got to shout out my brother. This is one of the dopest B-Day gifts I've ever received. And shout out to my brother Kevin, man, from Frag Boys ENT for showing me love. I'm not the biggest Bond No. 9 fan, but this is my favorite of the house, and I really enjoy it. From the house of Bond No. 9, we have Lafayette Street. I smelled this on a sample. Shout out to my guy E. Kroom for allowing me to get my nose on it. And when my brother Kevin blessed me with this, I was blown away. This is just my speed. Florals, spicy florals, fruity florals, and Broxin. Great everyday wear, clean, fresh, gives you a different feel to the mass appealing fragrance. And Bond No. 9 puts out a lot of those fragrances, and this is at the top of the list. I've smelled quite a bit from the house, but this is the one that has stood out. Really, really, really good. As I wear it, the performance is crazy on it. Projection is beast mode. Sillage is really, really good. Just sort of all around, pound for pound, just really, really good fragrance. So if you can get this on discount, that's going to be your best bet. Retail on this is wild to me for what you get. We could talk about that at another time, but definitely something I'm happy to have in my collection. Shout out to my brother Kevin once again. Lafayette Street, best of the house in my opinion. Definitely one of the best pickups of 2024 for me thus far. Great stuff. All right, fan of the bottle too. The bottle is different and unique. All right. Next up, shout out to my guy Terrence, and his brand is really, really making its waves through Fragcom, and this stuff is stellar. Going to be a summertime staple for me. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, we got Panic Attack. Man, this is incredible. Incredible oil-based richness. I think this is like 45, maybe even 50% oil concentration that you get here. Salty, fruity, fresh is what you get with this, man. I'm telling you, oh my God, in the summertime, this stuff is going to be a winner. Nothing synthetic happens with this fragrance. You get right to it as soon as you spray this fragrance. The atomizers on here are ridiculous. Pretty much fire hoses off the screen that goes. Yeah, it's like that. And it's going to create this beautiful experience for me while I'm recording this video, but this definitely deserves to be in the conversation. It's definitely in mine. Great addition. The whole house is tremendous, but this is one that I'm really, really vibing with right now, and down here in Jacksonville in the summertime. It's the truth, y'all. From the house of Nazar Fragrances. Shout out Terrence. Got Panic Attack. This is fire. Very high quality, very high quality. All right, up next, this is probably my favorite office scent right now. One of them, and I've acquired some pretty dope office scents in the past couple of months, but this sits at the top. From the house of Toomey, we have Toomey Atlas. Man, this is great. I love the Florida grapefruit note that you get in here. Vetiver, musk, fresh, clean, easy to wear. I mean, it's just easy to wear. Simple, clean, straight to it. But that grapefruit and vetiver combo, that ginger spice that's in here, man, it's so good. It's so good. An office king for sure. And as you can tell, I've only had this for a month, and we are wearing it. We are wearing this. The juice is missing out of there. Great everyday versatile fragrance for sure, so it definitely gets points for that. But one of the surprises of 2024, and super glad to have this in my collection. Great for the office. If you need one fragrance to wear all year long, Atlas should be in consideration. Go out there and get your nose on and see what you think. From the house of Toomey, yet again, we have Toomey's Atlas. Great stuff, man. Oh, ain't nothing like a fresh and clean scent. All right. Up next, man, gotta shout out my guy Chris, man, for sending this my way early in the year. Totally surprised at the love that he showed by sending me this fragrance, man. But this is really good. From the house of Essential Parfums, we have Bois Imperial. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woodsy, musky, fresh. That ambroxany push with this fragrance, with that woodsy tone, a fresh, spicy feel. It just works. Another office staple. I've been complimented on this quite a bit when I've worn this to the office. Really good performer. It's just fresh and it's just clean. That's what you get. A fresh, clean vibe. And like I said, I'm really, wanting to make it known that, hey, it's okay if you want one fragrance. You don't have to get into this wild hobby. If you're watching this right now, you just need one fragrance. This is one to consider. Now you're gonna have to get a sample of this. You're not gonna be able to, walk into your dealers and smell this. You should be at some point, but not right now. But again, woodsy, fresh, and clean. Nice kick to it. That ambroxany feel really shows up here. Shout out to Chris yet again for showing love, man. From the house of from the house of Essential Parfums, we have Bois Imperial. Same perfumer as Ganymede, Quentin Biche. For those who were thinking it, yes, it is true. All right, up next, man, shout out to my wife for blessing me with this for my birthday as well. A lot of birthday love here. A lot of birthday love, and I ain't mad at it, man. Very thankful for it. From the house of Dior, we have Dior Homme Sport. Now, I rant and raved about Dior Homme 2020 all last year. Well, here this one is to take a ride as well in 2024. I love Dior Homme 2020. It's clean. It gets right to the point, right? But with this, you get a little bit of a more spicy feel. You get a little bit more of a fruitiness in here. That citrus zingy touch up top. It just amped up a little bit more than the 2020, and I prefer that. I'm really into spices and gingers, black peppers, pink peppers, and things like that, and vetivers and woodsy fragrances, especially for the office. This is for the office and everything else. Everything else. This stuff is fire. From the house of Dior, we have Dior Homme Sport. Shout out to my baby love for blessing me with this on my birthday. Great addition to the collection. All right, two more left to talk about. From the house of Rabanne. I think they dropped the Paco, but Rabanne. We have Invictus Parfum. Man, this is really good. Let's get that in the air. Take your Invictus DNA and dump in Invictus Legend, dump in Invictus Intense, dump them all in there. But there's one note that stands out. That's why this fragrance is in this list, and it is black soap. The note of black soap. And I researched to make sure. So you definitely get a soapy feel, but you could tell off rip it's a different type of soap. And it is that black soap, that rich lather, that you get from black soap is present with this fragrance, man, and I absolutely love it. This is a great anytime wear for me. I really like to wear it to the office when I have to go in on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays when it's more of a casual dress down day. Even in the air right now, I love it. So that soapy feel gives off that cleanliness with that lavender. This is just a great, great, great combo. A bunch of the Invictuses in one. This has a little bit more depth. It's a little bit more richer, a little bit more smoother. And it's my favorite that they've ever created, even over the platinum, which I've loved for so long, which there's some evidence in platinum in this as well. But this is great stuff, man. I really like it. One of probably the top designer pickup for me this year from the house of Rabanne. We have Invictus Parfum. This stuff is really good, and I know a lot of y'all love this one too. All right, and last but not least, man, I was so taken aback. By never smelling this and never experienced this. I'm gonna go visit my dear friend, Miss Heather, and on a whim, on the fly, she just said, hey, I never heard you talk about Himalaya from Creed. Have you ever smelled it? And I was like, don't recall, I don't really know. And I was just tripping on it. And I think she had just sold a bottle and she got refreshed on how good it is. So I said, yeah, I smell it. Man, she sprayed on a tester strip. I was like, hold up, can I get that on my hand? Sprayed it on my hand. I said, yo, I gotta get a bottle. That fresh, like crisp, mountain airy, it's like on a fall, fall morning, maybe spring morning when the air has a little bit of a crisp, clean, cool effect to it. There's this semi-salty vibe. There's this ambery touch of ambery sweetness with this smooth play off of sandalwood. Some green touches in here as well. This stuff is fire. Number 2, Creed. Number 2, right behind Aventus. This is jumped Menacil Imperial and Civil Mountain Water off my top Creeds list. So had to have a bottle. I smelled it on Saturday. I ordered it on Saturday and it came in on Wednesday. Shout out to Vimba Fragrances for allowing me to get this for a great price. I know Himalaya has been out for quite some time, but it's new to me and I'm really enjoying Himalaya. Super happy to have this on my list, and I'm gonna be wearing the hell out this fragrance as many opportunities as I can. Well, I'm going out to the office, going to brunch, going whatever. This is an all year round beauty, and I'm definitely gonna get my wares out of this. This stuff is fire. Get your nose on it if you haven't. I know the whole Paco Rabanne excess vibes. I'm good on that. Himalaya is where we at with it for sure. From the house of Creed. Creed's Himalaya, great 2024 pickup for sure. All right, Smegma family, so those are my 10 of the best pickups thus far in 2024. How many of these will be here at the end of 2024? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see once we get there, Lord willing, and look forward to having that conversation and doing that video then as well. So let me know if you love these, you hate these, what's your opinions on these, whatever they may be. Let's talk about them down below in the comments. What are your 10? What are some of your favorite pickups? They don't have to be 10, it could be 5, it could be 1. What have you picked up in 2024 that was a big win for you? Let me know down below in the comments, all right? So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is, man. Positive energy, positive vibes as always. Splag it up, splag it down, splag that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's a fact. Keep that in mind. Watch that energy. It'll come back to you for sure. All right, man. See y'all on the next one. Peace. Spaggle.